Everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 5, Episode 82 with me, Sid, and we're still out and about, but I've moved further south. I've done a whole load of exploring off camera. I've come... trying to think, I'm lost now. Definitely come all the way around here. I've come all the way up there, down there, just generally piles of stuff to be found. I've got a whole load of things around these areas. I have not as yet found any order shards or any water shards, and I'm kind of sticking close to the coast at the moment, trying to rectify that second one. I am okay with the possibility of not getting them. If we don't find them, we don't find them. Earth shards, more of those would be a bonus. But it's early spring, so at some point we need to be thinking now that maybe we should be heading back home, because we should be thinking about getting the crops in. Spring is here, so obviously we can be growing TFC crops as well as the AgriCraft stuff. And we should be able to get somewhere with some of these shards I've got. The other thing I do want to do, and I'll do this, obviously I'm not going to do this on camera, but I do want to complete... Oh, how I nearly just ran straight off of the edge there. And there's a burr down there as well, a Gururin burr. I had a run-in with one of his brothers earlier. Yeah, so bears are a thing again, and... we are just going to do a little teensy-weensy bit more wandering around, but yeah, I want to redo my waypoints, rename them, rejig them to try and make them easier and better to search. Loud question mark. Bang, save. So I will probably do that between episodes, or I don't know, I'll get it done at some point. It's a tedious, horrible job, and consequently it's not one that I'm looking forward to. And there is another bear. Oi! He bloody well knew I was pointing this at him. The only problem with it, you know what, let's leave him. He's not worth it. He is not bloody worth it. It's not like I need the leather, but as I say, I really could do with finding those water shards, and I'm not getting them. And normally, in the past when I've done Thormic TerraFirmaCraft, they do generally spawn in and around the coastal areas, and they're usually a doddle to see because they glow. Oh, hello, there you are. We will quickly scan you though. Yeah, I mean, we found quite a few little resource pods, and I've raided another tree. Didn't get any armor, but I did raid it all the same. One thing does occur to me that we're going to get a lot of if we actually do, well, when we do get into going into one of these roguelite dungeons, the mobs in there carry a hell of a lot of armor on them. And if we get vanilla armor, we should be able to just apply vanilla mechanics to it and then smelt it down in the smeltery, which would be good. So we may be able to exploit that at some point in the not too distant future. But, oh wow, there's a bloody bear. How did I not see him? Right, well, ignore him, he'll go away. Well, he won't go away, we'll go away. Anyway, yeah, so certain shards, zinc, question mark, save, certain shards are proving to be more elusive than others, but that's nothing new. And as I've said I've said it before, I will almost certainly say it again at some point. There are certainly resources in this game that end up becoming the equivalent of our great white whale. So, you know, shards may be one of those. Yeah, certainly certain shards may be. I'm trying to remember whether it's That's already got zinc marked on there. Oh, just keep my eye where I'm going. I'm trying to remember which version of ThermaCraft it is where you can replicate the shards. But I've got a sneaking suspicion. We'll have that. I've got a sneaking suspicion it's not this one. Hey, I see you there, sir. Hi. Have an arrow in the face. Have another one. And another one. Makes it, levels the playing field so good. And then we can just have his skin. Waste not, want not. I wouldn't like to think I was... Oh my god, there's another one over there. This area is a bear-rich environment. What are you? Almonds. But yeah, I'm really not getting any feel that we're going to pick any shards up out of these areas, so I will continue onwards. I'll be back in a little while, and we'll probably end up back at the base. Until then, see you in a mo. Alright, well, I've moved a little bit further around. I've killed a few more bears, and it appears that a deer was got here. I don't want the doggies. Much as dogs are interesting, they are a pain when they're not trained, and obviously having animals around, they're going to kill them. And you can't train wild wolves. You have to capture them, breed them, get the puppies, and train them. And I think it takes about 2 generations before you'll get them to the point where they don't try and eat your livestock. So yeah, probably not worth the effort. But the real telltale sign that I should be thinking about returning is somewhere along the line. I throw my axe on the floor. I may have done it on camera while I was rattling, I don't know, but that's usually a good sign that my mind is now starting to wander, and yeah. So let us use this, which you have universally, or almost universally said, yeah, don't see any reason why you can't use it. So we will home. I'm kind of going with the majority of people in the comments have said, yeah, use it. Just don't use it trivially. By which I am assuming you are meaning, you know, quite literally, teleport over there, teleport back there, teleport here, teleport, lots of home points and moving around. And to be fair, that was never my intention anyway. So yeah, that is a thing. That is also not going to go in there. Interesting. We need a couple more, one more of those, because I've got one in my inventory. Anything else? Yeah, we better take that with me actually, because it's got the stuff in it. So we are, hopefully these are there, those are all, that's at 9, that's at 10. And yeah, we're just waiting on breeding up the perfect ones of those, and then we'll get a field full of those. A field full of those once we got them up to full thing, and these as well. But we have a number of items to put away. I also do need to make a new axe now. That's a pain in the bum, but there you go. And yeah, I think the first thing to do is to probably put most of this stuff away. And by most of this stuff, it's not just this, but we've got quite a few shards, a few other bits and pieces that we've picked up, and also we've got, let's just get in over here, we have got the horse armors to melt as well, which I need to double check that they actually does that. Oh, of course, yeah, that's the other thing we've got, isn't it? 9 seared tanks of lava. Oh, and there's some entropy shards, which are all nice. It's always nice to have some entropy shards. And some snowballs, which will come in handy for Jellum. And yeah, as somebody else pointed out, there is a thing called a snow block which we can scan, which is always handy. Right, now we need to grab, let's see, that's selenite. That one is, let me just put those away. What we got there? This is the horse armors. put that away. We'll stick that one away and that one away for now, and also that one away. That has got iron horse armor in it. Not that one. That's snowballs, ender pearls, some minerals in there. First things first though, let's just check out those. And they look like they are going to smelt up nicely, which is, I kind of expected it to work, but the thing is, just because the JAI or NEI or whichever version we're on, I can never remember, this is NEI, isn't it? Says it will work, it doesn't necessarily mean it will. So, you know, you have to kind of work with that. So let me just sort myself out, and we'll get back and see what we can do next. See you in a minute. Alright, just dealing with that snow, we're getting the gellum in, which we'll have momentarily. I've just put all of it in. As I also scanned it as a snow block rather than just a snowball. We have got these uncommon treasures, which gives us a few bits and pieces to play with. For example, a potion of water breathing. Could come in very handy. Golden helmet, that would have been better if it were actually intact. That's been scanned. Harming. Will give me a few bits and pieces of stuff. I don't know whether you can get anything from those actually. Let's have a look. No, just a reduction on Terra. Okay. So that should be that. That fills in that hole. I am going to go and definitely process that. And probably that. Just because I'm not that desperate for the material and stuff. Now we have got obviously our thormium there. We've got plenty of these going on. We've got some of that. I'm going to get more of those. I should have collared them while we were grabbing them, but they'll make interesting decorations around here. In fact, they might actually. Let's just no. Okay. I really do need to make that axe, don't I? Boop. Oh, that's not going to work either. We'll get there eventually. I need a block here. That's not going to play very nicely, but we'll see how we go. That will go like that. Then we can take you out. So next time I go out exploring and we see these, must grab them because they just add a little bit of colour to the place, I think. Anyway, enough rattling from me. We need to get on with the thing and the stuff. I mean, we've got these mundane, we've got auto discount. I don't know whether you can these things stack, because we don't have baubles in this particular thing. So I suppose what we should do is actually process these as well, because they're not actually usable for anything else, which also frees up space in there, I believe. Let's have a look. We can, yeah, I don't think there's anything we can use these for other than sources of essentia. So what I will do is I'm going to process that lot up. I'm also going to keep my eye on my weeds, my garden up here. As soon as we got that done, then we'll move on and try and, oh hello, we seem to have a new seed. So what have we got? What have we got? Hopefully it's an improvement. It should be 8. Yes, lovely. So we shall pop that down with that, and that can go out. I know I could have kept it, but you know what you gonna do, eh? And then we got one of those. That should also be an improvement. This has got that's the rubbishy one, which we need to not click holding that. I learned my lesson from playing with them things. Yeah, pop that one in. Boop. So that's that. Oh, and we got this one, which should hopefully give us some 1010. That's 8, 6. So you should be all the 10s again. Yes, you are. Excellent. And now, with that one, we are good to make some clippers and start pruning it. And we can also get rid of all of those. Okay, let me carry on just doing this little bit of maintenance around the place. And again, I shall be back in a bit. Alright, we need to make an axe. I've got this hatchet which will get me around on a few things. But it doesn't do trees, obviously. We have got no earth shards. We've got plenty of all the other shards. Earth and order are where, and aqua are the where we're going to suffer. However, earth we can possibly manage. We also need to eat and probably sleep if it's daytime. If it's sleepy times, I don't know whether it is or not, to be honest. I've been fertling around underground. Oh, damn it, I always do this. Let's pop that away. We don't need you anymore, and we can put this back on. Feel a little bit more protected. We can pop you down, grab you, eat that, and then see whether we can sleep. If we can't, which we can't, it's going to be a bit noisy. But looking at the recipe for earth shards, it's 5 crystals from 5,000 slurry, and if I split that, into here, these will give me 1 each. Now 5,000 divided by 156 is 32 in a tiny amount. So if I put 33 in, that should give me enough, and 5 buckets of water, that should give me enough slurry to do the job. Maybe it's worth a try, because the item I do want is a wand of excavation, more than any of the other ones actually right now. So yeah, we're going to do the grind, and we'll get a couple of things of water. In fact, I will take one of these of water. Which one's got water in it? That one. There we go. One of those will come down with me right now. This will take a hot minute anyway, so I'll be back within a sec. Alright, 2 half full bucket barrels. We'll fill the other one up, but that will go in there. We've now got, I think I actually didn't use it all. Excellent, that's even better. And we are going to take one of those crystals and stick that in and seal it, and it should give me 5 earth shards in about 8 in-game hours. Obviously we can do the rest with the rest. That's not really a concern right now. I'll probably get a whole load of those done anyway. It is still persistently raining up here, and I've oh, there we go. We have a spread already. That should hopefully be an improved seed again. Alright, you and you can both come out. And you are the crap one. That one goes in there. We'll go to the 10/8 and we'll just keep that, I think. Pop those away. Leave that to it. Right, yeah, we need to work in the forge as well. So there's a couple of things we need to do. One is we need to make an axe, and the other one we need to make some. Are they shears? I can't remember. Now we definitely using these to make. There we go. So we need 3 wrought iron blades to make some clippers. So we may as well go with 1, 2, 3 of those. That's fine. And I'm going to go with a steel axe head, I think. So we'll pop those in like a so. Get that going like a so. And yeah, I'll just keep my eye on this stuff, and hopefully as soon as it turns dark I can sleep the night off and we can get rid of this rain. But that's our next thing. We're going to get those 2 shear things made. Well, I can go and get rid of that as well, can't I? Yeah. Steady progress. Back in a bit. Alright. It's the morning. I managed to sleep just as well. I never realised how leaky this roof is. It's not something you think about when with rain, but that was dripping like a good one. So we've got an axe. I need some sticks actually. Well, it was a bit shy. So at some point I'm going to have to do some tree chopping and leaf chopping and hammering and stick making and all the good things like that. I will hopefully, however, in the meantime have a handful of sticks, which means I can now make myself an axe, which is, it's got a reasonable durability. It's a good quality axe. I'm getting better at making these, and we've got the forge running right now with the 2 knife blades in, which we should be able to process into those with a little bit of hammering, and then it was for those, and that will give us clippers which we can then use to take these 10 seeds that we've got here and get cuttings. So my thought is actually to take these and head we'd head over there and then start the field off with 10 cotton seeds, which should give us a bloody good yield. And the more we have, the faster we'll spread them. So what we'll do is we shall actually go through and take all of these out first. And we'll not put the crop sticks back in until we're ready for them. Of course, that would be silly. Oh, hello, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Right, so we should be good to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, some more there, look. And then 1, 2, and 1, 2. And these are maximum growth. They can go. And once we spread those across this field, we'll have a pretty good maximum growth cotton farm, which would be nice. Need to do the same with the flax. Once we've got those to 10. The amaranth, I'm not sure we need to desperately do quite so much of, but we obviously, let me just seal that. Seal that as well. Don't want to leave those open. Something might fall in. But yeah, there's definitely that can go as well now because we've got those. definitely things going on here which are well worthwhile, so that's all good. We've got that one spreading. We'll take that lot out eventually. That will be a flax field, so that will be a thingy field, and we'll work from there. There are some other seeds we can do, but right now we need to go down here and check on our earth shards. Now, earth shards, as we know, are part of, if we can get the relevant thing. No, it should be in. Where are you? One focus of excavation. So we need the emerald. We need stuff and stuff. I think we can all four quartz. And an emerald. Please have an emerald. Please have an emerald. I've got several emeralds. Or rather, at least those. And 4 quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should allow us to make the one focus of excavation. Now, this will be instrumental in my use when I go into the roguelike dungeon. Emerald. 4 quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. No. Quartz. Earth shards. Emerald. Quartz. Earth shards. Emerald. I'm not happy. Focus. It looks like for some reason that recipe doesn't work. Done the research, I've got everything. Now again, I am of the opinion, the one thing I can't take away is the research, but that's relatively inexpensive anyway. I am of the opinion that we should, when the system throws us a curveball, be able to do this, because I would like one of those. I've done the work, I've got the stuff. I see nothing wrong with doing that, especially as I say, this is modded, so it's got its peculiarities. Okay, how do we, right, we need to have a look. There should be a control for ThermaCraft for focuses, for Kai even. TFC, TerraFirma, tools. Oh, come on, somewhere in here there is a focus option. Alright, let me find this and I shall be back in a second. And there you have it, it was F. It just, there was a conflict. So in theory, we should be able to use this to break blocks now. It's possible that it was disabled for a reason, but that, you know, a good reason. That, you know, the thing just doesn't work, for example. And if that is the case, well, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that particular struggling with that. Okay, what about this? That was fine. Okay. So I'm just checking to see if any of these trees have grown and if there is a spawner or not, or whether these webs are from another. I think they're just from another Find me something stone then. I don't expect this to be fast. This is not what I'm aiming for. What I'm aiming for is ranged block destruction. Just because the roguelike dungeons have a lot of spawners in them, and if we can kill spawners from a distance without activating them, then that is going to be beneficial. The other thing we probably need to do is test out the ability of this to destroy spawners at range, because right now we don't know whether it'll even work. I really do need some rock. Give me a stone, give me a stone. Stone, stone, all I want is a stone. I'll do that one, I don't want to get water everywhere. Let's go for... You know what, in a world full of stone, I can't find one conveniently close to the surface. And that's annoying. I'll be back in a second. Found one. Works fine. I don't know why that was disabled. Unless it is a deliberate, disablement to stop ranged spawner destruction. That's the only thing I can think of. And I don't personally think that's a good reason. It was not cheap or easy to attain, shall we say. So to sit there and disable that one, maybe it was just there because, I don't know. I don't know whether it was disabled for any good reason or not, or whether it just was disabled because. Does not matter. We have a working wand. We have working shears. I have no idea how long I've been recording for. So at this point, I should probably eat, sleep, check my duration, and get right back to you. Alright, yep, I have been recording for approximately 30 minutes, so we're going to try and get that as a screenshot, because why not? That's what we've achieved. That's what one of the major things we were actually aiming to achieve this episode. The last few episodes was aiming for that, so that's a biggie. I have been spreading these, so we've done one, there's another one ready there. Yes, you are absolutely ready there, aren't you? So snip and poke and plob. So that will spread. We've got all of this to go. We do need to get our crops in now. As I say, we're early spring. The average temperature is a little bit low still, so we probably want to wait till maybe April in the calendar. We also need to start thinking about a Thorncraft matrix, matrix crafting, and all those other good things, because there are certainly things I would like from that, such as Boots of the Traveller. Absolutely a must to have that. These are brilliant, and the negligible instability, which is even better. Thermostatic harness, kinda, maybe. It's also very dangerous to make, and it uses potential to actually do it, and the girdle is obviously an improvement for that. I do want to have a play around with runic shielding, although I may have a test of that in a creative world first to see what, if any, effect it has in TFC, because runic shielding gives you damage reduction, but if the damage reduction is vanilla, then it's not going to work very well. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.